Hey guys, so it is time for our 36-week whatever happened after my last video, um, and then my 37-week appointment today. So let's get started. It shouldn't be a very long video because nothing, I mean, I say nothing really happened, but whatever. But in 36 weeks, I had heartburn several times, and I haven't had it that bad recently, but it was bad. Like, it was to the point where I was taking Tums after every meal, whereas it used to be only one time a day, maybe. It hasn't been so bad since the past couple of days, but we'll see. I don't want to jinx it. I've had the back pain still, exhausted still. um, the hoo-ha pain is still awful. The pinching sensation is fantastic. Um, and then I have still had nausea and vomiting, like, bad this week. I think I've thrown up 3 times this week, twice yesterday, so that was fun. Um, so it's pretty much like first trimester all over again, but I've been nauseated like just about every day, and it's driving me insane. Um, but yeah, the vomiting has been the worst. um, it comes pretty much out of nowhere. Like yesterday, I threw up once right after breakfast. Um, and it was just kind of, I was nauseated, and then all of a sudden, it just came up. And then last night, I have been craving Chinese food for probably about a week, give or take a week. I mean, not a whole lot of time, but long enough to want it. um, so we finally went and got Chinese food last night, and I ate half of it because the portions they give you are big portions. Well, I ate half of it, and I put the rest in the fridge, and then I was hungry still about an hour later, so I went back and got the rest of it, and so pretty much ate the entire 2 servings that I would normally make it into 2 servings. So I ate the entire portion. And then come about 11 o'clock, I was hit with this like wave of like a hot flash, a slight headache was starting to form, and then I was just nauseated. And I felt like I needed to poop. It's TMI, but if you don't poop, then, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But, so we were hit, or I was hit with needing to go to the bathroom. So I went into the bathroom, and literally nothing happened. So I came back in here, and I told my husband, I was like, I think I'm going to have to just tell the doctor that I'm constipated, even with taking Colace, because I take Colace daily, because, I mean, this pregnancy, I've always had bowel movement issues, but it seems, of course, worse when you're pregnant because you don't have room. But anyway, so I told my husband I'm gonna have to talk to my doctor about being constipated, and then I just kept feeling really nauseous, and my stomach started cramping. Not in like contraction type cramping, just needing to vomit cramping, I guess. So about 11:30, I told my husband, I was like, I'm going to go take a hot shower and see if that helps. Well, I didn't even get to the shower yet, and I was gagging. I was like, okay, well, here it comes. So then Chinese food was gone. So yeah, Chinese food was all gone. And the weird thing is I ended up taking a shower afterwards because, you just feel gross after puking. I hate puking. But I took a shower afterwards, even though it was like literally 12:30 at night, or 11:30 at night. Oh. I took a shower, and I felt fine. Felt 100% better after puking. I felt great. And then I came into the bedroom and sat on the bed for a little bit. And all of a sudden, like, I got a weird cramp that was, like, from my backside that wrapped around through my front side. And I was like, holy crap, this is what I've heard that contractions can feel like. But I've never had a contraction, so how would I know? And then I was kind of leaning over at that time. So I was like, maybe it's just because I'm leaning over. Well, I straightened up. And when I straightened up, it went away. So I was like, fine, that's perfect. Well, then I leaned over again, and just because I was doing something, I don't remember what I was doing, but within a minute, I had that same sensation again, but it was 10 times worse. Like, it was to the point where I was, like, out of breath, like, couldn't breathe kind of pain, and then it hit me that I needed to go to the bathroom, and I was like, oh, crap. So I got up, ran to the bathroom, waddled to the bathroom, and, got to the bathroom, and finally, I mean, it was, I don't know if I ate bad Chinese food or what, but it was pure liquid, like stomach bug liquid. And I mean, that was the only time it happened, but it happened, and I was freaking out that I was gonna have to be sick with a stomach bug today, or the food poisoning or something. But so yeah, I don't know. Oh, sorry, I don't know what that was all about. All I can think of is maybe I just had bad Chinese food, because I mean, we all three ate chicken, me, my husband, and my daughter. All had chicken, so it couldn't have been that. Me and my husband both had rice. Me and my husband both had the egg roll. The only thing that I had differently was they have like these little cream puffs, and no one likes those except for me. So I had that. I ate mine and my husband's cream puff or cheese puff, whatever they're called. I don't know. And that's the only thing different that I had that they didn't have. So I'm thinking that must, if I got food poisoning, which it didn't last very long if I had food poisoning. It only lasted that one little whatever. So I'm not going to complain if that was food poisoning, because it didn't last as long as I've heard. So yeah, I mean, it could have been just because I puked the majority of it out, but who knows. But anyways, on to week 37. My doctor's appointment today. There was no weight gain, probably because I've puked, everything up. So I'm still at 11 pounds gained total. Still no progress. She checked me today, and she goes, there's nothing happening. I was like, yep, I kind of figured. Sorry, there's like a hair like sticking out over here, and it looks weird. Anyways, my blood pressure was higher than normal, but still within normal range. It was 128/65. And then his heart rate was in the 160s. So that was good. And then she went over kind of what not to do prior to my surgery, which is the C-section on the 20, golly, I cannot think. On the 2nd is my C-section. There will be no food and no drinks, not even water, for at least 8 hours. But for whatever reason, that just didn't seem like a high enough number. So I told my husband I'm going to skip it for 12 hours because I want to be safe than sorry. I don't want to vomit and ended up getting pneumonia and being in the hospital for weeks. So, I'm going to skip eating for 12 hours, so prior to the surgery. So the surgery's at 7:30. As long as I have dinner before 7:30 the night before, all should be fine. The doctor was not concerned with my nausea and vomiting, which I kind of was hoping that she'd be like, hey, here, you can take this. But she didn't, so I'm without anything. Hopefully this nausea and vomiting goes away, and if not, I've only got 2 more weeks of it anyway, so it'll be okay. I'll survive. But I was going to also touch on how different this pregnancy is with my daughter from my daughter's pregnancy. With my daughter, I had high blood pressure kind of throughout. Oh God, every time I do these videos, and I'm so sorry. But yeah, with my daughter, I had high blood pressure, kind of, not throughout, but towards the end for sure. And I was on bed rest quite a lot more than I would have wanted to be, because I am a go-go person. I like to get up and do things. And especially in the end of my pregnancy, like, it's driving me insane that I want to put my hospital bags in the van, but my van currently has a broken window. So I have to get that fixed before I even think about putting the hospital bags in there, because the last thing I want is for someone to break in and steal baby boy stuff, or I don't care if they steal my stuff, but it would be nice if they didn't. So until we actually have that window fixed, I want to keep everything in here unless it comes time. So yeah, I would like to get his little section of the room done, so that way I can make a video on that, but I have to wait till at least Sunday. There's my husband's supposed to go get it fixed Sunday, so I'm crossing my fingers that it gets fixed. Or hopefully we bought the right piece to get it fixed. But yeah, the difference between this pregnancy and that pregnancy was that I was on bed rest already at this point, and it's like really weird to me that I'm sitting here right now. I'm sitting in bed, but I'll be going to my grandma's in a few minutes. So with my first pregnancy, I was literally on bed rest for, it seemed like, the last 2 months. I know it was just on and off bed rest. Like, I'd have high blood pressure, and then I'd be put on bed rest for a week, and then I'd go back and be fine. And then it'd happen all again. But with this one, I mean, my blood pressure's been great. I haven't had anything crazy happening. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know what to do with myself not being on bed rest. And I know that sounds weird, but I'm so used to, or with my first pregnancy, or with my daughter's pregnancy, not my first, but I was so used to being on bed rest at this point that I was totally, fully expecting it to be the same thing again. So I tried to get as much stuff done as possible, and now everything's done, other than, like I said, the few things that need to go so I can get the rest of it done. And I'm over here like, crap. Well, what else can I do? So yeah, that's, I mean, amazing. It is crazy how different 2 pregnancies can be. But yeah, I think that is everything for today. So hopefully my next video, hopefully if my car gets fixed, my window gets fixed, hopefully I can get everything situated so that way I can make a video on the baby stuff. Hoping, crossing my fingers. And if not, well then it is what it is. But yeah, so he will be here in 2 weeks unless he decides to come sooner. So yeah, that's exciting. But if y'all have any questions or comments or whatnots, let me know. And then I guess I will talk to y'all for sure next Friday, unless something else happens before then. Which I doubt, but you never know. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.